Okay, we're going to make lemon cake mix cookies. These are amazing. They're so delicious and they're really simple to make. For the ingredients, all you need is a box of lemon cake mix, 2 eggs, a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, or I'm substituting with canola oil. I'm using a tablespoon from a freshly squeezed lemon, but you can substitute if you have lemon extract on hand, you can do that instead. About a teaspoon should do it, or more if you like it really lemony. And then you can also do some lemon zest. And then you're going to also want to garnish with some powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar, some places call it icing sugar. That's going to be for a garnish. And if you want to make a glaze, you're going to use that and more lemon juice. Combine your cake mix, your 2 eggs, your oil, and your lemon juice, and mix it all together. Next, you're going to scoop little balls your desired size. It doesn't matter. I'm using a cookie scoop into powdered sugar and coat them. And here's recipe tip time. This dough is sticky. If you refrigerate it for half an hour to an hour, it's going to be a lot easier to work with. I'm not going to do that, but it does make it easier to work with. So there's a little tip for you. Additionally, powdered sugar tends to brown up a lot quicker than granulated sugar. So I would recommend either one of 2 things. One, put them on your cookie sheet. Instead of putting them directly on there, put them on parchment paper. This will help with that. Or make the cookies into the ball shape, stick them onto your baking sheet, and just put powdered sugar on the top. Also, you don't need any powdered sugar. You can skip this step. Baking hint, if you powder up your cookie scoop or your spoon, it'll get out the rest faster without it sticking as much. I usually dump several of the little cookie scoops into a bowl and then powder them up at the same time. If I was less impatient and had refrigerated this dough, I wouldn't have as much trouble with it sticking. Okay, so now you're going to bake these in the oven at 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so here's another tip time. I've actually probably put too many on here. These do spread because it is a cake mix, so keep them spread far apart. Another little tip is that these will be dry if you let them overcook. Do not overcook them. So when I say 8 to 10 minutes, I would start checking them before that. When they look like they're not quite done, they're done already. Once the edges start to get a little brown, they're done. You don't want to overcook them. So keep that in mind and keep a firm check on them, and I'll show you what they should look like when they're done. Okay, instead of the powdered sugar or on top of it, it doesn't matter, you can make a lemon glaze. All you do to make a lemon glaze is you take about 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar and around a tablespoon of lemon juice. You can use water, but the lemon juice will make it have more of a lemony complementary taste to it. And you mix it up and it makes a glaze. When you drizzle it over the cookies, it'll harden and it tastes good. And you can play with those amounts a little bit. I never exactly measure when I make a glaze. I just kind of wing it. It'll be about 3/4 a cup of powdered sugar to about a tablespoon of lemon juice or water. Okay, here they are. You can see they still, I kind of poked this one. They kind of look almost not quite done yet, but they are. And look, I poked this one to show you. See, it actually is cooked inside. What you want to look for is that the edges have started to turn a little bit brown. Just a little brown. You can even let them cook probably, you could let them cook a little longer than this. But this is about what they look like. And when they finish cooling, they'll be much more firm. So. There are a lot of variations to this. You can use other cake mixes to make your own. You can do strawberry, you can do chocolate. Just remember, don't ever let them overcook because they will be dry. And I have found that some recipes, like if I ever use a chocolate cake mix, to me they don't ever come out quite as tasty as the lemon ones do. But there are things you can do to improve upon them. For example, with the chocolate mix, I have found that to keep them moisture, it's good to add a little bit of chocolate syrup or chocolate sauce to the actual dough before you scoop them out, and it keeps them moist. And you can just experiment. My favorite though, out of all the ones I've done, these are my favorite. The lemon ones just always come out so wonderful. So I hope you enjoy them.